This topic of the day.
Yep.
It's the PlayStation State of Play. Almost rhymed. But there was a lot of things on here.
The first thing I want to ask you before we get into the games is, how did you feel when they did their little like pre-show announcement that it's going to be just indies and like third-party games? When we were all kind of like sitting back and hoping, you know, for like God of War and for Horizon Forbidden West, you know, and they came out and they say, nah, just indies and third parties. What did you think about that?
So like, you know, I had heard about it like when they had first announced it, which was I think like Tuesday. I think they announced it on Tuesday that it was gonna be this Thursday. So that's why we couldn't report on it last week.
Right.
But basically, I was like, damn, maybe they fucking with us. Maybe they just like bullshitting, right? Like,
and they'll be in there. Like
yeah,
as a bonus.
we've been hearing all this stuff about God of War. Like all of those rumors from everybody and their mom couldn't be like false, right? Like we have to hear something about God of War, like Ragnarok, like
soon.
This week,
yeah.
Right? I don't know, man. It seems like maybe all the rumors were just like far-fetched. Maybe these are all set for the next actual PSX event. Maybe that's the actual event that was mentioned, you know, because it was never specified. We're just assuming it's at the next one. Oh, this is the next one, but maybe this ain't the actual event that they talking about is the next one. Maybe they saving it for a coup de grace for PSX.
Maybe this isn't categorized as an event.
Yeah, it's just a showcase.
It feels like an event, but I
know.
guess it's not an event. Where like a PSX would be an event.
Yeah.
And like there's more rumors out. Well, no, there's gonna be like an event in August.
Right.
And it's like, man, I'm almost like I'm done with the rumors, man. Just wait until it comes from Sony's mouth.
Right.
But right, it's like all these rumors are wrong. Really?
I was disappointed. You know what I mean? I was at the same time I was hoping that, you know, maybe they sneak in like a one more thing type of a thing or something like that, and they do show us a little clip of Ragnarok, or maybe they just on some other stuff and they drop like a gameplay trailer, you know, that's outside of the State of Play. You know what I mean? Like, you know, afterwards or something like that. Like, you thought you was missing God of War, got you. You know, here you go, trailer. You know what I mean? But the fact that all they showed us was, you know, a couple of new things, but majority of stuff we've already seen and knew was coming out.
Just more of what we've already seen.
Yeah, it just kind of downplayed the State of Play. Like, damn, like this shit wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't like what I was waiting for. It was some shit I could have done without. Like, you could have tossed these trailers out on their own.
Yeah, I agree on a lot of that. I agree on a lot of that.
They didn't need an extra 30-minute block to be put all together.
I think also I feel the same way, very similar to the Switch, that we got ourselves excited for something for nothing, but also that we should have seen it coming at the same time. Like, because I think this is Sony's MO. They are always out to promote like their most recent or the game that's coming out soonest. Like, they're out to try to create hype for the game that's most immediately coming out, and that's Deathloop. And so
they've done that.
I would see. I couldn't, thinking about it, right? I couldn't see them stealing the thunder that they created with Deathloop by one last thing, because no one's gonna talk about Deathloop now. They're only gonna talk about God of War, right? And like, I can't see Sony doing that to Deathloop.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to step on the toes.
They didn't want to step on Deathloop's toes, and like, we should have saw that. Because, like, oh, yeah, Deathloop is the next game coming out. They're probably going to want to hype that up.
Yeah, because then what was the last game that they did that for?
They did that for Ratchet, too. The last State of Play was just basically 25 minutes of Ratchet.
So, essentially...
It is their MO, right?
Essentially, like, when F.i.s.t. comes out, there's going to be a State of Play for F.i.s.t. When there's, like, another one of those games, like when Kenna comes out, it's going to be a State of Play for Kenna.
Probably. Or a big chunk of it will be set aside for those games.
Yeah, they're going to mention a couple of other ones, but...
nothing bigger,
the majority of time
nothing bigger than what they're focused on,
right?
Because if you notice, all the games they showcased with Deathloop were not as big as Deathloop.
Yeah.
So long as it's not going to outshine Deathloop's hype, then they'll add it in.
So let's just go down the list of games just in case some of you guys did not see it. So the first one that they showcased was Moss. Book 2, and Moss is a PSVR game. So they had Moss 1, which was, I guess, like a really good game. I want to say that PlayStation gave us Moss for free at some point in time.
Yes, they did. It was on.
So I still need to play that.
It was on the Summer of Games or whatever, like that whole Summer of Play or something like that. Moss was part of it.
Yeah, so I know I downloaded.
So you
that.
added it to your. Yeah.
I do need to try that because I heard that it was a good game and I do want to check it out. They also showcased Arcadegeddon or something like that, which was like I think it was supposed to be like a story type of game. I can't really remember on that one. It seemed like it looked like it was cool.
I thought it was interesting that they even included a PlayStation VR game at all.
That they showcased it?
Yeah, like they gave a little nod to PSVR, like we haven't forgot about you. Like there's still games in development for you if you have a PSVR.
Yeah, it was much more weird that it was much more weird because they haven't shown anything else about a PSVR 2.
Right.
But you're showing us a new PSVR game. And it didn't mention anything about PSVR 2. So you would kind of assume that they would hold all of that stuff together if it was coming out. So that leads me to believe that there's no PSVR 2 like anytime within the immediate future.
Yeah, this
like
is
maybe
not
in
for
a year or so.
Exactly. This is
like
not for VR 2. This is for VR.
Yeah.
So this is clearly we haven't heard any news of when this VR 2 is
and
coming out.
VR 2 could probably just be, a better system, but you're still able to play all of your old VR games and it's just PlayStation VR. It's just what it's branded as, but you got a 2 headset or something like that. That could be what it is, but it just because they didn't mention anything about the VR 2, it just seems like it's
you got to get on that Moss though, because this looks really adorable and it looks like it probably is pretty fun.
They said Moss was like a really good game.
Yeah, like you need to get on that, man, because I think you'll really enjoy this, and it's supposed to be in 4K, right? Or I don't know, like this is gonna be pretty cool, man. I think I would be excited if I had a PSVR. I'd be excited about Moss Book 2.
Yeah,
I think I'd be pretty pumped about it. I don't have a VR, so I can't say a whole lot about it. But
got 85 Metacritic,
an 85,
and
that's very solid
users.
So that's great. Yeah, see, that's I think you really have fun with that, man. I think you're gonna like it. It looks like it's like it doesn't go all the way with the VR functionality because I think it's like a more 2D or kind of like smaller contained world. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's got like some traditional aspects to where like it'll feel really comfortable playing because it will feel like a traditional game.
Right.
But you have some VR features that are going to be like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think like this is a winner. I think this was a good choice for them to announce this game. Mm-hmm. I think people with the VR should be super excited to play that one, man.
Yeah, and then for the Arcadegeddon, it's like another Battle Royale or something like that.
Is it? See, I wasn't sure because I thought it was maybe a PvE game. It seemed like they were shooting creeps.
See, it's a multiplayer shooter.
That can be played solo.
Solo, yeah, or 4-player co-op.
Oh, see, 4-player co-op means that there isn't no
so it's not Battle Royale. So.
But I think the reason why, because, correct me if I'm wrong, or if you saw the same thing, it looked like a Fortnite copy.
Yeah.
Didn't
it looked like it had a lot of Fortnite aspects to it.
Yeah,
but
it looked like a Fortnite game to me. Like even when you shot, the numbers bounced off. Like I swear it looked like Fortnite to me.
Yeah.
But as I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, this looks like a level. Like we're going through a level together.
So it might be
killing creeps, like a full
story
PvE.
or something like that.
Yeah, like a story game. But this is it started early access started. Like I think you can get this on PS5 right now in early access.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you get the early access though. If you had to pre-order the game or if you can just download it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a free download or if you had to like pre-order to get the access. Yeah, but you can, if you wanted to play that, you could play that right now.
Yeah. And
so if that looks cool to you,
it launches in 2022. Don't know when exactly next year it launches, but
I will say that because it was not a battle royale PvP. I was a little bit more intrigued by it. We're like, maybe Stone and I or Mark and us can, play this and have fun.
Yeah.
Where we don't have to just get beat on by,
What was that one game that we had played? It was a little 18-bit game that we had played.
Oh, yeah, Dungeons. Minecraft Dungeons.
Not Minecraft Dungeons. It was the other one. It started with a T. I can't remember.
Oh.
It was literally like Minecraft. But you had like the little portals that you would go into, and
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the damn name.
Right, I know what you're talking about though. Yep, I know what you're talking about. But it was an MMO Minecraft MMO. Doggone it.
type of thing.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I
But
can't
you have,
remember
like,
what that
worlds
one
and
was
stuff,
called.
but Tricks or something like that, or
Yeah.
Tricks or something. But yeah, so after Arcadegeddon, they all showed Tribes of Midgard again. We seen this bitch like 3 times already. I still don't give a damn about
Dude,
Tribes, but
was it just me, man, or like could that introducer not say the word saga?
what?
She was like saying Sega,
Oh, Saga,
Saga,
something
and
like
Sega.
that. Yeah.
It's like, dude, what the heck? This is the person you chose to read off your show? I don't know. She said it like 45 times too. I was like, so she was saying like Saga,
Yeah,
but
some
Sega
people
like
read it
over and
different.
over and over.
Yeah, I don't know what that is,
But she was saying Sega sometimes, Saga sometimes. Like she wasn't consistent with how she was saying it, and it was like a little confusing sometimes.
yeah.
That was a little bit odd.
So I mean, this Tribes of Midgard, it kind of has like a Diablo feel. It looks like, or a Diablo-esque, because it's like top down and whatnot.
Totally.
So I don't know. I'm not really necessarily interested. I haven't seen anything that like had me like really interested with this one. You know, I'd probably be more inclined to just wait for Diablo 2.
Is it strange at all to you that before the game even launches, they're already talking about seasons? Like we haven't even played like the base game yet, and they're already talking about what we're gonna download later.
Well, I think that they're just letting you know that there's just gonna be constant output of content. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like this isn't just like some small game that you just quick play and then you're done. Like there's gonna be a lot more. So I think they didn't mention a price point. I'd be really like, the fuck? If you were like, oh, you know, there's like DLC packs that you could purchase or whatever later. If they tell me that, then it's like, you know, nah, hell is you doing?
But you know what I mean? Like for instance, like Valhalla, you know there's gonna be the season pass. But like you don't hear about like the season of the Druid or whatever in Valhalla until it's time.
Later. Yeah.
It's weird that like they're talking all about it now. I don't know what the point of that is.
I mean,
I know they're trying to let you know that you're gonna have a lot here.
Yeah, I didn't get the feeling with this game that the seasons would be something you would need to purchase. I just thought that they would be like, you know, just like an update. And then there's like some new things that come out, like gear and stuff. Like, I can't even think of a game that would have that. That has that. I know there's one or two games. I think like Call of Duty has like some type of like extra added on stuff that will
map
come
packs or whatever.
Yeah. But I think that's all that is. I don't think it's anything to pay for.
This is the kind. What I mean is, this is the kind of trailer I would expect, like after the game's launched and everyone's playing it, and like, here's what's next, right? Yeah, what's coming up next. But there hasn't even been a base yet to be told what's next. That's what's funny to me. It is coming out soon though, July 27th, so it will come out in the next few weeks.
Yeah. So.
And I do think it's cool. I just think like I'm like with you. It's like we've seen this already. There isn't anything else here. I think that we learn new. Of course, apart from them letting us know there's going to be post-launch content. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
But it does look cool. I mean, because it has that Diablo feel, and I love Diablo. So we'll see what's up with this.
Yeah, and then the next game on the list was Hunter's Arena Legends. And that's Mantisco. I've never heard of them before.
Yeah,
but it's a MOBA,
South Korean developer.
Game, right? Okay.
So my first thought was like, Black Desert, like that MMO Black Desert. You ever seen the Black Desert game?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks just like that. It has like that kind of graphics and combat style. What's up with the apostrophe S? Does that mean like Hunter's Arena?
So
if you just say that's Bulls, you would put an S. That's kind of weird. Like Hunter's Arena. Is there one hunter in there? I don't know. Anyways, that just caught me off guard. But anyways, it looks fun. But once again, the whole PvP aspect turns me off. Right? Like it looks cool and fun, but the whole PvP aspect kind of like turns me off. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like that's all it's going to be about. I mean, it does have PvE. But it just
it does
like
have PvE.
It's gonna revolve mostly around PvP.
You know, you're gonna be running around grabbing stuff, right? And then all of a sudden, some dude's gonna come gank your butt, and you're gonna be pissed off.
Yeah.
This is this supposed to be available? I thought it's out this month. Yeah, this is coming out like now as well. If it's free, I might try it out. But this is something you would pay for.
I don't think this is free. I don't think
You don't think this is free?
I don't
This is
think
not a PS Plus game.
Nah.
I thought it might have. Actually, I thought it might have been.
Got it for PS Plus.
I think it might have been free for PS Plus.
But if it's this month, you know what I mean? If it's coming out this month, we already got our PS Plus game.
Oh, you're thinking like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, August's first PS Plus game is going to be Hunter's Arena. So it will launch this month, but the August games will have Hunter's Arena as one of the PS Plus games.
Oh, how do you know?
I just looked it up. I just searched it.
Yeah, but what are you looking at?
GameSpot.com.
Oh, so GameSpot is saying that Hunter's Arena is going to be the first free one.
Yeah,
for,
it says
August?
GameSpot.com is saying Hunter's Arena Legends arrives on PS4 and PS5 next month, and they'll be free for PS Plus subscribers.
Okay.
So
it looks like the price is like $16 or so.
you only have like 1 month though. So this is going to be very similar to like Bugsnax, where you had a small
to pick
window.
it up within the month.
Right.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's fine.
That's what it's going to be. So between August 3rd and September 6th, you got to make sure you add it.
Okay.
It's not going to be like a forever edition, you know.
Right. And that's fine. At least they're giving you the chance, you know, to have owned it. If you don't, if you have, you know, the PS Plus, you know what I mean? Go ahead and put it on there. It's for PS5 and PS4, so I'm assuming it would just be a general one for everybody, but they might make it so that if you're PS5, you're able to get the game for free. But I don't know. Or maybe they do PS4 and then you get a PS5 upgrade for free or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I hope the upgrades for PS5 are free. That's for sure.
Yeah, but the next one that we saw was f.i.s.t. So some more gameplay with f.i.s.t. Forged in Shadow, and that one shows that it's September 7th when that one's coming out.
Yep, September 7th, which isn't too far away.
Yeah, but I mean it's interesting, man. Like the damn cutscenes and stuff look damn good. It looks like it's like a different type of
Even
game
like his
than
fur
what
was
it's
like Ratchet. Remember when they had like the close up of him and it's like
And it was
I
looking
was like,
damn
dude,
good,
this guys they really put a lot of work into the detail of this character here. This,
yeah, for sure.
This rabbit. It looks, dude, I'm pumped. This is a 2D Metroidvania. This is a Chinese developer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like China, I guess, has like a really big gaming development scene going on right now. I don't know if you know this, but on Steam, the top 2 most selling popular games are Chinese developed games.
Oh, really?
They have like a cultivation game, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like a Wuxia cultivation game.
Nice.
I haven't bought it yet because it's only in Chinese. Supposedly they're bringing the English version out soon.
Oh, okay.
But when that comes out, like I'm gonna try it out because it's overwhelming. So when you go to Steam, you look at the reviews. It's rated by like poor, fail, moderate, positive, overwhelmingly positive. So if a game is like overwhelmingly positively received, then like that's one of the best games on Steam. And this is one of those. It's overwhelmingly positive. So it's not just positive, but like overwhelmingly positive.
Okay.
And then the other one was like Dyson Sphere or something like that. And it's like you're building a world as a little astronaut, dude. You're building like a planet. I don't know. It looks really cool. Anyways, these little Chinese developers, man, are like coming out of nowhere with like these high quality games.
That's
and
cool,
I think
man.
f.i.s.t. falls in line, man. Like a Metroidvania. I hate to say it, but I think I'm more excited for this than Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Right?
I definitely like the way it looks, and I've never really been like a huge Metroid fan. So yeah, I'm gonna say that I would be more excited for f.i.s.t.
I'm just like the way the combat looks sick on this, like high intensity. Where Metroid Dread looked like bloop bloop, like really slow and kind of
well,
boring.
I mean, you got your gun and whatever stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is a Metroidvania. It means it's from the vein of Metroid because we know Metroids and Castlevanias are like the same type of game. You have the world,
Right.
the map, you're unlocking as you get new abilities.
Yeah.
So it's like this is very similar to that. And this just seems like it's, unfortunately, I'm more excited for this than that.
So tell me, are you excited for Sifu? Because that was the next game that was down the list.
Yeah, I'm excited for Sifu.
Yeah?
I'm still a little bit unsure, though. But it looks really good. It looks like a fun beat-em-up game.
Yeah, I was curious because in the trailer, it was showing like ages. And as the character was aging or whatever, and he had different moves.
Whenever
and he
you
was
died,
looking
you got
different.
older.
So it's supposed to be roguelike then?
That I don't know, man. Like I
And
was
is it when you
wondering,
die or is it when you get defeated? And then you have to come
or
back.
defeated.
at
I'm
another
assuming.
age
Yeah, I
or
don't know if
something
you're
like
dead. Yeah, I guess you're defeated. Yeah, maybe you get beat up and they just throw you out and you come back as an older guy.
that. Yeah.
What I was wondering though when I saw it was like, what does this mean? Does my guy get slower, or does
It
he
looked
get?
like he was getting more badass as he got older.
Does he get worse in some ways and stronger in other ways. Because as you get older, you may not be as fast, but you might be smarter. You know more moves. You're more deadly.
You do less.
You do less, more.
Output.
Right. So it felt like I was trying to follow and see is the guy's changing the fighting style, and it seemed like it did change a little bit.
Yeah,
like he was
it
getting
seemed
more.
Like his hits and his attacks were different
and more
as he got
smarter,
older.
right? And he was like more well versed. So what I was wondering was like, okay, when I get knocked out or dead, right? Am I just handed a new, move set? And then at what point in time would I not be able to do this anymore? At 65, 70? Can I fight like that at 70? I mean, like at what point in time is it like a real roguelike where, okay, you've exceeded the age limit possible for someone to go in here and brawl like this.
Yeah.
Now you have to start over. Right?
Yeah.
How does that all work?
I don't know. And I thought it would be cool if the concept was like, the more you're fighting, the better you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as time goes by, you're gonna get older, but you're also gonna kick ass a little bit more efficiently,
right?
Than if you were the young buck.
Or maybe you can't take as many hits next time. Maybe you kick ass more efficiently, but you can't take as many hits, right? Because you're older.
Or maybe you could take more hits. At a certain age, you could take more hits because you're more defined, and then you start to get decrepit. Like
I would think the younger you are, the more abuse you can suffer.
I don't know, because if you like a teen, you can probably get your ass whipped pretty quick.
Well, I don't know if you're starting as a teen.
He looked like he was.
I'm talking about like a man.
He looked like he was a little bit more, yoked when he was like in his like 30s or 40s.
I'm saying I think a 21-year-old could take a much more of a beating than a 55-year-old.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's 55. What I mean.
But I was talking about like maybe there was like a slope, like a like a gradual incline, and then you hit the peak, and then it's a down. So when you start to get weaker,
maybe, yeah.
But
I am super curious how that age system works. Like they didn't explain the age system at all. Nah, we're just speculating,
and
here.
We don't even know if there is an age system.
It might just be time, just a way to show time passed, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So,
like
I don't know.
I think it would be cool if they did something like that, and there was some kind of system involved. Like, okay, I got older, but I'm stronger in these ways, right?
Right.
So like, there's some benefit. I would say. But it got delayed, bro.
Yeah, to 2022.
It was supposed to come out this year. It got delayed.
It says early 2022, so I don't know if that's like January or maybe we're talking about like February or March or something. Yeah, I don't know, but
the combat looks really, really well done, though. Right?
It looks interesting. I mean,
feels weighty.
Yeah, in some ways.
You feel those punches, boom, boom. The dodges seem really cool and smooth. It just has a lot of style to it.
Yeah, I feel like this would definitely
got a lot of swag.
60 frames per second. Or something like that for this to look good.
Yeah, this is going to be in 60.
I feel
bro.
like in
this
30,
is going to
this
be in
would
60.
look
It's not going to be in 60 on PS4, but on PS5 it's going to be in 60 FPS, and it's going to look really good. I don't know. Like I said, I think it has a lot of swag, a lot of style. I think it looks really good. It looks polished.
Yeah, I'm interested to see
I'm excited for it.
Really, like what it's all about. You know what I mean? If I could see more of it, then I'll contemplate it. But at this moment, it hasn't like fully drawn me into like, oh, I'm looking for this and I want to buy this. You know what I mean? So I just gotta watch some more.
Right.
But how'd you feel about Jet, which was the next game that was shown there?
I have some mixed feelings about Jet. Like, okay, we got to see more this time around than the last time they showed us this game, when it looked really boring as heck. But I don't like, once again, I'm gonna mention this word again, this muted, drab color palette. Like, it reminds me of like Nier in that sense where like I don't know. I don't like that style. But I will say this. The people who made this were the Super Brothers. And I remember they brought a game out many years ago on the iPad that was like a 10 out of 10 rated.
Yeah.
And I really wanted it and I bought it and I really enjoyed it. And one of the coolest things about it was the music. It had a great musical score. And once again, when you watched this, they toted the music was by Synchronous or something like that. And it had like a pretty cool, dope music style. And so the music did sound really, engaging and deep. But the gameplay, man, I don't know how I felt about it.
So, I mean, looking at this, right, this does... It resembles No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's like a No Man's Sky clone.
It was even said on IGN or whatever, on there. But I mean, like, if this is just like the original No Man's Sky, like post post mods and all that stuff, or pre mods or whatever, then I would say this is gonna be a bust. Like it's just an exploration game. Like
Yeah,
you need some kind of direction to go.
I will say though that I thought the worlds looked a little more varied than the No Man's Sky worlds. A lot of the No Man's Sky worlds kind of looked the same because they were all like the same exact like color schemes in all of them.
Yeah.
So while like maybe the shapes of the trees and the animals were shaped differently, they kind of all felt similar in a way because the color scheme was similar. But in this one, it seems like you are going from a gray planet to a red planet, right? And it feels like, oh, that feels like a different enough place that I might want to explore it.
Yeah.
How's the flying? It seemed like you're doing like skips. Like you're going and like you're coming down and then like you hit a boost and you shoot back up and you're like skipping like
almost like you're riding a bike or something like
yeah,
that.
like it's kind of like like you're not a perpetual motion. It's like
Right.
you have to like re-energize yourself. Yeah. As you're slowing down and like you're skipping along the land.
I don't know, man.
Is that like fun? Like
I don't
know,
really
man.
got too much on Jet. You know what I mean? I'm not really from what I've seen, I'm not interested to see more.
I will say this, like the original trailer they showed us, I didn't think they showed us that you can go on foot. So that was cool to see that you can get out of your ship and like go on foot and explore.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard to make a game with like no combat. It's very hard to have a non-violent fun game. And so like I commend them for trying to make like, you know, they're very rare. A good game that comes along that's like not violent is very hard. And you know, like Mario Party, it's harder. It's harder to make games that aren't, you know, have a violent aspect to it. And this is trying to do that, but it looks boring. I don't know. There's no puzzles. There's no like, I don't know. I'm just not 100% sure unless like the flying is kind of like a puzzle way of playing and that's fun.
Maybe there is puzzles and we just haven't seen any of that.
Maybe. Like you
It
remember
seemed
that?
like you would show that, but I don't know.
Do you remember that game Flower? Where like you kind of flew around, you were grabbing like pedals in
Pedals
the
and
wind
stuff
or
in the
whatever,
air,
and
yeah.
that was kind of like fun. You were collecting things.
Right.
Maybe there's an aspect to this that's fun like that.
Maybe it's literally just about exploring.
It
Maybe
could
it's literally
be.
just finding
It could be just about exploring.
plants and animals and different
could
things
be.
like that, and that's all there was.
That's all there is. Yeah.
No Man's Sky was like that for a good minute.
So it's just like a walking simulator or a flying simulator where you're just looking at things.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
Another game on the list was Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
So this one, so I
I'm
love
really curious
Demon
on what
Slayer.
you think about this.
I love Demon Slayer. Now majority of anime games are just like fighters, pretty much. Like the ones that are the games that are based upon animes are just fighters. You know what I mean? That's like one of the issues that we had with like
Dragon Ball Z.
with Dragon Ball Z
Or
a lot,
Naruto.
and then they tried to switch that around with like Kakarot.
Right.
But it was stories that we already knew. This seems like it's literally following the story of Demon Slayer. So it's already following a story that we already know.
Right.
And then it's going through it. So unfortunately for me, that would be a wash. I mean, it would be cooler if I was just able to play the main character in his world and doing other things,
Same.
you know, just slaying demons, you know, that had nothing to do with the actual
Even just
story.
waves of demons and I'm just slicing through them.
Yeah.
And just make demon bosses that I haven't seen before. I don't see what's wrong with that.
Right.
I thought the same thing.
Let me
dude.
fight like one or two of the 12 or something like that, you know,
Sure.
towards the very end.
Or make
something.
up something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be canon.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the same exact thing, man. Like, when I saw the trailer and you were walking through that house
Hallway?
again.
Yeah.
And then you had the yellow guy. I'm like, dude, I've seen this already.
Zenitsu?
I've seen this exact point where he freaked out about the door or whatever. It's like, I don't want to relive that.
Right.
But I will say that when I first saw them announce it, my first thought was like, oh, another fighter, big deal, like what you said. And it's kind of like a mixture, right? Because you are like doing a one-on-one fight, but it's with an NPC.
Not like a head-to-head battle type of thing, you know?
Yeah, it's an NPC. It's a computer.
Yeah.
And the
you're working
combat
against
looked
AI.
like a lot of fun.
Remind me of like Tales of Symphony or something, like Symphonia or something like that.
We're
you know?
like in a little
Where
locked arena.
You're kind of like
Yeah.
in an enclosed area, but you have a free moving area to sit there and attack with. You know,
I
and all
thought
abilities are running
the
around.
Boarhead character had the dopest looking combat, in my opinion. His combat looked a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was probably more just raw power.
It's rare
and
power
attack.
hacker slash fighting.
Yeah, because
where the yellow guy was more about like dodging and then hitting when he could.
Right.
So I thought the combat was really neat. I thought they did a great job making that feel fun.
Yeah.
But the whole story aspect kills it in my sense because it's like you said, it's a wash. You have good fun combat, but you have the same exact story we've already seen. That's not fun. So it's not good now. It's like just mediocre now. It went from like potentially a cool game to a mediocre game.
Just because of it being a story that you already have. Now this was a story trailer, so I'm assuming with this that maybe there's also the versus battles that you can do in there as well. I might end up getting this game just for the fact that my wife loves Demon Slayer, and to get her to play a video game, this might be a way to get her more acquainted. So this might be something that, you know, I bring up to her and see if she wants, you know, see if she wants to try it out, you know.
Yeah, like I thought that. Yeah, because she likes rewatching the show, she might not care that she gets to rewatch these scenes.
Right.
Where like you and I, we want to move on to something new.
Right.
She might not care, but I will say that
she might want to, you know, she might think it's cool to relive those moments.
Yeah,
know,
herself,
that
like she's physically experiencing them. Yeah.
Or whatever.
But I do think that I can't remember his name, man. The boarhead guy. The combat looked really fun for him, which is like that's a cool selling point. But yeah, reliving the story in the house did not seem fun. But this game's gonna sell, right? Like hotcakes. Like this game. This is such a popular show. Like I said, the movie was the most. It looks like fun, and that combat looks really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, the combat. But this Demon Slayer, the movie, Mugen Train or whatever, is the highest grossing movie of all time in Japan.
Oh, yeah?
It's Japan's highest grossing movie of all time. And so this game is going to sell like a lot. So regardless if I think
if
it's
they
bad or
added
not.
Mugen Train on there also, then that'd be dope too.
Yeah, that would be
so
dope.
You play the movie on there too. But
yeah, it's like they could have made this a bad game and it's going to sell like hotcakes. You know, they could have just made this an old fighter and it's going to sell like hotcakes. Like people love this anime a lot.
For sure.
So, but it's better than I expected it to be. I'll say that. I'll say that.
What do you think about Lost Judgment, which was the next one down the list?
I think it's so goofy, man. Like with the dancing and like the weird things about it. But it started off
that's the
cool.
typical like the Yakuza type of stuff, right? Like it's similar, very similar to those.
The
games.
people who made Yakuza made this. It's by the same developer.
Right. So I mean, I thought that some of the cutscenes looked really good. Like some of the people looked real, or like very close to real.
Yeah.
And it seems like there might be some type of fun gameplay on there. It seems like, you know, like there's detective stuff, you know, there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat, maybe some parkouring going on. It seems like, you know, a bunch of little things. They're adding the rhythm stuff in there, like you said, the dancing.
It's so funny. I know that's a Yakuza thing, but it's just so silly, man.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I thought it started off cool, like the detective thing was like a murder happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, this might be fun. Like a little, you know, mystery. Little murder mystery, and I gotta solve it. And then it's cool, and then it kind of goes in these weird wacky directions, and then it comes back to something cool. Like, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's cool. The fighting's cool. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's sweet. That detective scene where he's like examining the region, that's cool.
Right.
So it's just funny. They have these little weird aspects to it and then these really cool aspects to it. So
Yo, did that dog seem as vicious as what it sounded?
The dog?
Yeah. When the dog attacked the man in the trailer, that shit sound like a Rottweiler or something like big, not no damn Shiba dog. Like, like that dog looked cuddly and shit. Like it didn't look like it was ferocious.
It looked. They were making it look like a
was,
Shiba dog, but it looked ferocious.
The dog, the dog bark sounded ferocious.
Yeah.
When he bit him
but it
shit,
looked like a Shiba dog.
A big ass dog. Like, ooh shit, your head is gone. But like that dog did not look like that when he was going. I was kind of a little confused, but
yeah,
you know, hey, so
it just seems like they're doing a lot. They're doing a whole lot in this game. But I thought there were some cool things. I like the detective aspect. I like solving mysteries.
Yeah,
the combat did look cool.
To me, this is like one of those things that I might pick up for like $10 or something like that. You know. Like I wouldn't drop like a whole 40, 50 on this.
This is like you buy
but
it
it's not,
later on.
Yeah, Yakuza's not really my style, you know. I think, didn't we get one of those type of games for free? at some point on the PSN?
Well, you can get, I think, all of them or close or many of them on Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to play Yakuza, you can go to Game Pass and play them.
Okay.
I don't know if Judgment's on there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Judgment's on there. But I just crack up, man, like in that dance scene when he's doing the thing. He's like, oh, got that grin, that little cheesy grin on.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's so freaking cringe.
All right, so